Do you know there is a cybersecurity attack every 44 seconds? What that means is that someone somewhere is getting hacked right now. Now, I know this is scary. I know it is. But what if I were to break down cybersecurity and it doesn't have to be so complicated? I know when we talk about cybersecurity, what comes to mind? All the teggy, complicated words that some of us may not understand. But I am going to break down and use simple terms to break down what cybersecurity is really about and equip you with everything you need to stay safe while browsing the internet. Now, without much talk, let's get into it. Let's assume we do not know what passwords are. Well, passwords are like your door locks, strong, unique. It keeps the bad guys out. Now, some of us can agree with me that the more sophisticated your lock is, the harder it is for anyone to get into your house. Now, the same thing goes with your passwords. I've seen some people that they like using their I wouldn't want to call them because it may be unique to you, but I know some people that they use simple things that people can easily guess. Like if someone is very close to you, there are some things they can guess about you that if you are one of those people that like using those things, I know sometimes you may, want to, okay, I didn't want to forget my password, but if it is something that is very, very sensitive and you do not want anybody having access to it, then you may need to use something more sophisticated, more complicated combinations. Because even if this person is not close to you, there's still a high chance that they can hack and know your password. I know some of us have heard of two factor, used as always denoted as 2FA. Now, let's say you are using two locks on your door. Okay, you are using your you could use a padlock and then you could use a combination lock as well. What 2FS are is simply using different kind of locks for your door. Let's say someone is able to break one of your lock, the person will not be able to break the second one. So that's what basically 2FAs are. So you need a second lock, which is 2FS. So if you do not have 2FS enable on all of your accounts, you need to do that, especially if those accounts contains sensitive things you do not want people having access to. I know we've heard of updates before, but let's talk about updates in a more simple terms. Updates are basically like you doing your home maintenance. So updates are basically things you do to keep your home in order when it comes to your devices or your gadgets. Updates are very important because that is the only way your service provider or yes, let's call them your service provider. That's the only way your service provider are going to always, be updated as to what is going on in your device. What this simply means is that your device is going to be updated, with the current security updates, with the current, if there's anything that's, that needs to, if there's any feedback that needs to be sent back to your service provider, if your device is not updated, it won't be able to do that. They're basically like you're keeping your device up to date, with the service provider. Now, what are backups? Backups are like a safe deposit box, like something that you just keep things, just in case, if someone breaks into your house, you put your valuables there and then you store them in a particular place that no one has access to. Or even if someone breaks into your house, that is safe. You're safe. Like all the valuables that are inside this box are safe. So that is what backups are. So we are all advised to always make sure that our data is backed. All of our data are backed up. So backups make sure that your data are stored safely. Now, what is phishing? A thief that is at the door. They may camouflage as people you trust. It could be your bank, it could be your network provider, it could be your insurance company, it could be they hide behind those people and then send you phishing links, hoping that you are going to trust this link enough to click on it. And there are people that they don't even need to trust the link. They'll see a link and then they'll click on it. Now, if you're one of those people, you need to stop doing that because phishing links are they are designed to be so subtle in a way that they want you to click on this link. So what they do is this link contains systems that and logs that have been built in place to collect your data. So let's say you're using your phone. You know, your phone sometimes may have some stored sensitive information. Let's say stuff like your passwords, stuff like your credit card information. So links, some of these phishing links are designed to collect those information. So immediately you click on them, you are at their mercy. So do not, if you've been doing that from today, you need to stop clicking on unknown links. Even if the link is known, still do not click on it until you verify this link very well. Look at the links, look at the URL, look at the combination, look at everything, and then be sure that this is a link that you trust before you click on it. Now we have heard of firewall before. Firewall is basically it's like a fence that you put behind your house to keep the people outside. You're wondering why all of this security measures? Why? Because these people are not your friend. These internet attackers, they are not your friend. They are being designed in a way that if they cannot come in through here, they can come in through there. So the best thing for you to do is to be sure that there is no way for them to come in, which means you need to always be conscious of all of these things. As for firewall, you do not need to concern yourself with that because they are mostly used by big corporations or it could be to safeguard their websites, maybe protect their sites from being accessed by some people. You know, if there is a known IP address, where like a known address where internet fraudsters are known to be coming in from. So what firewall does is it blocks any activity that comes from that address. You've heard of encryption before. So encryption is like sending letters in sealed envelopes. Let's say you do not want someone seeing what is inside a particular package, so you seal it, and then it is only the person that is supposed to open it that is going to be able to open it. So it's going to be able to read the encryption. So that's basically what it means. So if someone were to intercept your message, let's say you send a message that is being encrypted, and then someone somewhere, it could be phishing attempts, to read what is inside, just interrupt or intercept the message. What it does is they will not be able to read it without the encryption, without being able to decrypt it. So that is basically what encryption is. I know we have heard of antivirus before. Well, antivirus is basically like a guard dog, has this ability to sniff out a trouble and warn you if there's any impending trouble, and it warns you that the site may not be safe for you. So that's actually like the work of an antivirus. It can help you do that so you do not get yourself into this unsafe zones. But what about privacy? Privacy are just like your curtains and your blinds. So it protects you from people that are outside from actually seeing what is inside. You only let people see what you want them to see. Now, we have incident response. So incident response is basically like a fire extinguisher or an emergency plan. So you should know how to disconnect, who to call, and how to restore from backups if things go wrong. What are the practical tips and everyday tips that you need to be able to access your go about your everyday internet business? We have like 10 practical tips that you need to be conscious of, you need to take into consideration when you're browsing the internet. So the number one is use a different password for every important account, especially important accounts, in quotes, important accounts. Use different password. Number two is you need to turn on two-factor authentication for email, banking, and social accounts, especially your email and your banking and your social accounts. These three accounts, very important. Also, you could want to use it, yes. So turn them on because people every day, there's always an attempt to break into especially your bank, your email, because email has a lot of sensitive information stored. So they are always attempting to break into this account. So you need to have your two-factor authentication turned on so that anytime they are trying to enter, they will need to be verified before they can enter. Now, number three is update your phone apps and laptop when they ask for them. Well, I know some of us uh, may not be paying conscious attention to updates, but you need to be updating your phone, your laptops. You need to be updating them because that is how your providers are able to send you security updates. Most especially, that is how they are able to spot if there's any threats that that might be posed on your either account on your device, they are able to receive them as soon as possible, very fast. So you need to update your phones, your laptops. So you can there is for your phone, you can always go to your settings, and then you see system updates. If you have any updates, if there's any updates that you see there, just click on it and then update. For your laptop, the same thing. Go to updates. You see where if there's any new update that you need to update, you need to update. So always be on the lookout to update your phone, your app, and your laptop. For the number four, we have backup pictures and documents to the cloud or an external drive regularly. So these are things that are important. I don't know about pictures, but documents are very important. So if you have anything that are important and you have things that are important and you want them, you don't want to lose them, you need to back them up. It is very important. Don't click links in unexpected messages. I wouldn't even click a link in an expected message because what is it? I verify all my links. I verify all with the sender, everything before I click on any link. So you need to not click on links because this is a way for those attackers to have access to your device. Now, the next one is avoid public Wi-Fi. There was a time that people were obsessed with getting free Wi-Fi's. Now, free Wi-Fi's, yes, they may actually give you the free Wi-Fi, but then they may be getting something from you that is going to be worth more than the free Wi-Fi that they gave you. These people, they know what they are doing. So they can give you the free Wi-Fi and then collect something back from you. They always say nothing is free, even in free town. So that phrase is actually very true. So you need to stay clear of public Wi-Fi. Do not connect to them. Only connect to your phone hotspot or a trusted Wi-Fi. So the next one is you need to be logging out of accounts on shared devices. Let's say you're using a public computer. It could be in school or at work. You need to log out. You need to log out of your accounts after each usage. You do not know who is having access to this computer, so you need to log them out and never save passwords on these computers on this system. Do not save your password on public or shared devices. Now, the next one is limit what you post about yourself, especially on social medias. I know we are in the age where we're all sharing things online, but you need to be conscious of the things you post about yourself. Do not post your birthday, if possible. Do not post your address. And if you're sharing your numbers or your address, it should be your like a business address, not where you stay, like not like a private address of where you live. You need to be very conscious when you're posting online of these things. The next one is use official app stores only and check app permissions. This is really important because I for one know about app permissions. There's some apps that once installed in your phone, it's without you granting them permissions, it just goes into your phone and start harvesting permissions. Like it's like it is granting itself permission without you granting. So you need to check the phones or the apps that you have installed. If you check and then there is an app that has a permission that you don't remember giving it, you need to remove that permission. Only download apps on official app stores because anybody can go on the internet, create an app, not necessarily even create an app. They could take a source code, an already existing app, maybe a popular one at that, because they know that of course that's going to get lots of download, and then take the source code, make their own app, and then put whatever code they need to put inside that is going to harvest your data, and it's not going to be it's going to be harmful for you, and then just post it on your website or some random site, and then you go download it, and that's how you get into trouble. Only download from official app stores. There's a reason why that is, because these app stores make sure that there is a standard for them to be able to have their app on the app store. They need to go through a security check, and everything. So if the app is not there, chances are they did not go through the security check, and the app might potentially be harmful. The last but not the least is, if you think you've been hacked, change passwords. Enable 2FA, disconnect the device from the internet, and restore from backup if necessary. If you've watched to the end of the video, I want to say thank you. I appreciate your time. I hope I've been able to break cybersecurity down for you to understand and to also know how you can protect yourself when using the internet, especially now that everything is happening. A lot of things are happening. So thank you for watching this video till now. If you have not subscribed till now, please do subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you're going to be notified. I share videos like this every day, so you do not want to miss it. Thank you and see you next time.